Assassin's Creed Origins deserved a sequel. It's a video that did really well recently, so I thought I'd do one also talking about the Kenway saga, and more specifically Assassin's Creed Unity, Rogue, and 3, how they all deserve a sequel to finish off the end of 3 beloved characters in Assassin's Creed's community, being Shay, Arno, and Connor. The reason this title says AC Unity is because Arno's story is what I would say would be the hypothetical game's forefront and main focus, and the main drive around his character would be because of his father's death, and that's kind of what leads to the entire escalation of this game. However, I do think this game would be better off as one longer game that jumps between both sides, or having something that starts with you choosing right off the bat of who do you want to play as. Do you want to play as Shay or Arno? Where both games will follow the exact same storyline and the same plot moments, but showing you an involvement on both sides of what would have happened and how it would have played out from both of their perspectives. Where you, the player, can come up to the conclusion at the end of who you believed was right, similar to how a lot of people believe that Shay was actually justified in his actions in Rogue, but then there's a lot of people also who think that he was just throwing a temper tantrum. I'm not sure how they would go about doing it so that it looks like they're both doing the morally correct thing from both perspectives, maybe making it out that either or person that you play as kind of twists the motives of each person, where for example Shay looks at Arno in a very different manner of what Arno actually is, and vice versa. Now, the reason why this would work out perfectly is because most games have the Grandmaster of the Templar Order actually being a fairly decent amount older. He's only about 15 years older than Connor, I believe. However, he's about 30 years older than Arno, which would work out very well, kind of like Arno taking on the responsibility of fighting for the Creed and having to actually level up his game. Like, yes, he's a master assassin by the end of Unity, but is he truly as great as someone like Connor or Ezio? And maybe we'd then get to explore more of what happened to Connor after the game, but also how he ran things in the colonial version of the Assassins. By the ending of Rogue, you have Shay setting up the fight with Connor and the Assassins in America, which means most likely by the time Arno would be old enough and having his story fully finished by the end of Unity, he would have been sent to America, for example, to help the Assassins. The Templars probably would have by then had put themselves in a good position again. So within this game, I would hypothetically take it on that Connor and Arno would work together and team up against Shay as he starts to ramp up his attacks against the Assassins and try and take back America for the Templars. One great video that talks about this is Master Assassin's video. However, I also disagree with him in his stance of how Shay would have gone mad with an apple. I do think that if he was in possession of an apple, he probably would have gone down that route. However, I also think that he would be very skeptical to use anything that is precursor. So I think that we would have probably seen Shay maybe go down the route of someone like Charles Lee, where he takes on the negative traits of the Order and wants a pure world order by any means necessary. With Connor trying to save the Order and Arno slowly finding out more and more about Shay's involvement around the time of his father's death until he finally knows the truth. Obviously, we all know that this is a hypothetical idea that really will never happen, based off the last 7 years of Assassin's Creed anyway. So if this is something that they were going to do, I think this would come in a DLC sort of thing, either like the Templars starting off from the beginning of the game in the set piece, kind of similar to the Knife of Dunwall DLC. However, I will be talking about this more in depth in another video, and I've talked about it in my breakdown of Assassin's Creed Rogue, so make sure to stick around for something like that. I'd love to see us get another game where we get to play from the Templars' perspective, however, I just can't see it happening. I know this video was short, however, the whole point of this video is just kind of talking about the idea of how having a game that ends the Kenway saga truly would be amazing. You get the end to all 3 characters. Do I think we'd get something like this? Probably not. If we ever do, it will be probably because Ubisoft are trying to save face and hope that they can crawl back anything or any form of reputation they once had. Hopefully, we do. But do I think it will happen? Most likely, it will never happen. Like I said though during this video, I have a Rogue video essay up that kind of talks about this very topic in a portion of it. But if you don't want to watch a whole hour-long video, which if you do, make sure to go check it out. It'll be in the link in the description. But in itself, I will be making a cut-down version of it in the future. So if you just want to watch like the 10-15 minutes where I actually discuss how I think the story would play out properly, then make sure to stick around for that video. And anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, do subscribe for more content on this channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.